in passing, I've met him a couple of times.
Yeah, he's probably not a huge fan of. Listen, he was here for a long time. He's the first. One of the first things he did, we hired him at the old radio station to do our post-game show, which was one of the funniest things ever. He did the Falcons post-game for years. But the first half of the show was fine. We always did it on remote. And once Bobby got into the bourbon, again, God bless him, the second half with that Cajun accent, him and Cellini would do a show. That was some of the most entertaining radio you ever heard. But he used to tell a story about his offensive lineman trying to block Lawrence Taylor. He said at one point, I think one of my linemen started crying, just looked at Bobby. I can't block this guy.
No doubt.
I can't block it. Have you ever seen, without naming names, the fear in an offensive lineman where you're like, oh man, this poor guy's in real trouble?
I remember it was early in my career. I was young, and I was like talking trash to one of the D linemen, saying something, right? And I remember one of our linemen, who I'm not going to name his name, turned around and he's like, hey man, I got to block him. He's like, how about you just keep your mouth shut? And I was like,
anybody.
I wasn't sure how I felt about that.
Yeah.
But it was pretty eye-opening for me to see that.
That's all right, funny. Matt Ryan is here today, and he's doing something extra special for our city. He is leading a radiothon where all of the money is going to a charity he has funded now, and it's going to... we're going to give you 680thefan.com has all the information because there's a lot that I'm reading here. It's called Advance the Lives of the Black Community, and the money is staying local. And if you'll just go to 680thefan.com, the text number's there, the phone number's there, and all the auction stuff as well.
Yeah, basically, and folks are like, well, we want to know where our money is going. The most important thing to understand is Matt's assembled a group of advisors that are very influential in the African-American community. Not that, Matt can come up with ideas, but better to hear from these guys. And they're coming up with local causes. We've talked about some of the areas in particular, obviously looking at kids and youth programs in schools and voter suppression, and then incarceration numbers for the African-American community. So those are the things that have been identified as some of the biggest issues. And that's where this money will locally stay. So you can learn more about it by getting online and reading about that.
For sure. And, as we identify organizations of, that we see fit in these target areas, that information is going to be coming out too. And so, people can feel really good about this group of people who are coming together who are way smarter than myself. They don't have to worry about...
Where did you find that group? How did you find it?
I started reaching out. One, Arthur Blank's Family Foundation has an unbelievable, staff. Access. And it started there. It started with conversation with some of his staff about, okay, who do I need to meet? Who can I talk to about certain things? And then it kind of went from there. In addition to that, Chris Womack at Southern Company, who has been a great partner for myself too, is another guy who's extremely well connected within the city and has his finger on the pulse of all things going on. And so it really is a discussion led kind of from there, and I've been able to talk to different people, as a result of those initial conversations.
It'll be super transparent too. So like you said, when it's all said and done, people know where their money's going.
Absolutely. And that's the biggest thing. I think it's about finding, places that are going to do a great job in the areas that we've targeted, and then, holding people accountable to doing a great job. And I think that's that's our goal.
I don't know you could have a better mentor knowing a lot about the foundation, the Arthur Blank Family Foundation. I mean, it's all about getting in front, pitching ideas to them. Where do you want this money to go? He's been out front for that. But I mean, that's what those foundations do. Like, we're going to listen to a lot of folks that have great ideas and figure out where we want to put our money.
For sure. With anything, you got to find the people that are really good specifically at what you're trying to do.
Right.
And
to what your passion points are for Arthur. What his
absolutely. And that's not my area of expertise. But the one thing I've said the entire time is the two things that I have, to offer are platform and resources. And, that's what I'm trying to add to this cause.
Have you been on the boat? Have you been on the Arthur boat?
I have not. I have not.
There's a +1, and I mean, Sarah's probably got to stay home and take care of the boys, the twins. There's never a +1.
You ready to go?
Listen,
Gone in 60 seconds. I'm that guy.
If Arthur were to say, Sarah and the boys, let's take a little 3-day cruise, would you be open to that? To something along those lines?
Yeah.
That's like asking you, would you like to play Augusta sometime in the future? Like something?
Give me 2 hours notice. I can make it across I-20.
So nobody we know has been on that boat, huh?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Vince thinks he's still
Tamika's
angling.
been on it, maybe. I would imagine, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
Friend of ours at the foundation.
There was he had like a little party at Super Bowl,
yeah.
and I was not there, so I wasn't.
There was dueling
fortunate.
yachts at Super Bowl.
Is that right?
Yeah, there was. Jerry had his there. Snyder had his there. It was the dueling yachts. You know, like we're talking about real problems in the community. You know, is your yacht bigger than the other owner in the NFL team? I mean, these are things people have to grapple with. When we come back, it is you got to play the Belly Up to the Bar with us as well. It's one of Hollywood's greatest family flicks. Not sure if the twins have watched it yet. There's a remake coming. You don't think we're going to be?
I don't know that you'll love the new cast,
Okay.
but again, we'll just throw it out there.
And get ready because the whole world is going to be immersed in this.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my
I've got the backstory of who, what, where, and how they shot this thing, who's directed it, what they had to take out. So some cool little nuggets
How
I think
is
you'll enjoy.
Hamilton on Disney Plus changing the world? It's changing ESPN because that's all they're promoting for the last
The
5
most
days.
action they've had in months.
Yes, it's the Fan 680 and 93.7 FM.
The Fan's got your morning drive covered with up-to-the-minute traffic driven by RPM of Atlanta and Sandy Springs.
We are still pretty quiet overall with just not a whole heck of a lot that's going on. We've still got some slow traffic here on 85 southbound coming off of 316. A little bit of that traffic building up.